Welcome back, spiritual angels. Oh my goodness. I have had to re-record this video 3 times. This is my third time. This is why sometimes I just kind of give up, because it takes so many times of me having to record this. Hopefully third time is the charm. So, with these 3 cards, what I'm channeling is a desire to move forward with enthusiasm, passion, but you're encountering some resistance about things in your past that you kind of quite haven't let go, limiting beliefs, that kind of stuff. However, what I'm channeling from the ancestors is that this is connected more, or the resistance is connected more to kind of like, I had a reading a couple readings ago, I guess, and it talked about 2 paths, but only being one. And so I think this is related because I feel like the resistance you're encountering is the fact that you found a solution. You figured out how to combine the 2 paths, because there was really just one path, because out of the 2 choices, in your heart, you really only had one choice. That was the right one for you. So you learned how to combine your paths, and you have the solution. You've put your solution into practice. However, dealing with this individual or the situation that keeps coming up, it's not easy. It's challenging. And so I feel like you feel stagnant at times, because it's something that's just kind of like not gonna go away. But you have the solution, you have the strategy that you need to kind of continue to move forward. It's just, for lack of a better word, you feel a little salty because you had to work so hard to get to that point. And so the ancestors are saying that it's like that sometimes, and sometimes we just have to be the better person, and knowing that maybe others don't have the same capacity emotionally, mentally, to kind of move forward in certain situations. And so unfortunately, the other person or persons have to be the bigger people and kind of move on from that and figure out how they're going to strategize in order to move on from that situation, if it is a situation that is something that's a constant. But I'm being asked to kind of use the reference of a river. A river doesn't allow anything to stop its flow. It literally slowly will chip away at something that is in its path until it carves the way. So you're being asked to remember kind of that, or use that kind of analogy when dealing with this situation that is going to continue to come up, because you've combined the paths and you only have one. I don't even know why that's so strong in this reading. But the ancestors are proud that you figured out how you were going to move forward. But to you, it feels stagnant, because it's kind of like it's a progress and it's a moving forward, but it's kind of like a hesitant move forward, because, it's just like, oh. I guess that's the best way that I can describe it. You've also felt a different channel. I don't know who this is for, but in this reading, they're urging me to talk about how you haven't felt heard in the past with your loved ones, or the ones that are closest to you. But recently, it seems like you're making some headway in that respect. And so They're like, keep up the good work. As you realize, sometimes exerting yourself, placing boundaries, or exerting yourself, speaking up so that you can be heard, is the way to go. Another thing that I'm channeling is something about sometimes we feel kind of stuck and stagnant in certain situations because we don't realize that we have the option to kind of ask for help. And it's not like physical help, because when you're dealing with spiritual things, it's all about energy. So it's the energy of just asking your spiritual guides and the higher power to kind of lead you and, give you clarity and wisdom to kind of know how you're going to take the next steps and move forward from that place that you currently find yourself in that doesn't feel great. And so, yeah. So I did pull an oracle card as well from my Earth Warriors Oracle deck. And it was the number 23, and it was Abuela Medicina, which is medicine that comes from, like, the grandmothers. But that kind of medicine is more like the spirit of, like, Mother Nature and grounding yourself in nature. And kind of like, I also get like the feeling when I think about that card, when I look at it and I think about the card, I think about kind of like ground yourself in nature, and also remember how like some of like the older generations, they did things gracefully, like do it in a way that doesn't call attention, that is just kind of like a quiet, spiritual, graceful kind of way. That's kind of like the energy that I'm getting, just kind of like using like a calm energy rather than, just kind of doing things in a loud way. I don't know why they're saying that, but that's coming up. Abuela Medicina also talks about that healing, that heart healing that comes from the unseen faith and support that we can't see, that's there. I'm feeling a lot of maternal healers on the other side for this collective. It's super, super strong. I feel it even stronger because in my family, we have a very, very strong female presence in the spiritual healing as well. And so the direct message from them is to open up yourself to participate in a beautiful healing transformation, and also trust in divine timing, which is another thing that they're talking about. It's just like calm down and just kind of have patience and just be kind of calm and learn how to give the universe stillness, like when you meditate. I don't know why they led me to say that, but they're like, just give the universe and the higher power some stillness. Give them your stillness. Hopefully that resonates with some of you, and if it doesn't, just move on. I guess, because that's what they're telling me to say. All right, so I'm just gonna leave it there. Many blessings to all.